All right, guys, what's up? Here is our topic for today. We are still hanging around with parallel and perpendicular lines. Actually, we're just going to stick with the parallel lines today, and we're going to cut them with this transversal. You'll see the transversal is that kind of diagonal line that we've got going on. And now today, your entire focus is going to be on how we solve these and we're going to solve these for x. So our variable is going to be x every time. So let's go ahead and get started. I got 5 examples for you. If you want to write these down, great. Pause the video anytime you want and check it out. That way, that'll give you some time to write some things down. The first thing on every single one of these problems is to take what they have given you. And in this case, what they've given me is they've given me this angle right there, and they've given me this angle right there. And your job is to figure out the relationship between the two. Using our notes from the other day, you can find what these two are called and then find out how they're related to each other. And in this case, we've got this angle, which is on the outside. It's an exterior angle. And then this angle down here, which is also on the exterior angle. Remember, the interior angles are these angles that are inside the parallel lines. It's these 4 right there. We are not talking about those. We're talking about the exterior angles, and we're talking about these 2 out here. And these are alternate exterior angles. These are exterior angles that are on the outside. So, and they're opposite each other. And what we know about alternate exterior angles is that they are equivalent. That's geometry's way of saying equal. So what we're going to do is write ourselves an equation to solve for x, because I know these 2 are the exact same. Therefore, my equation is I got 14x. I'm going to take away 6. And I know that 14x minus 6 is the same or equal to 120. And now all we have to do is solve this equation. Draw the fence. That's my way of splitting up our sides. And then we're going to do the opposite. And we're just going to go ahead and start getting rid of numbers so that I've got my answers. And I'm trying to isolate the variable. This is 126 right here. And your job is to figure out what goes in, how many times 14 goes into 126. I'm thinking that might be 9. Let's try it out here. 14 times 9. We're just gonna check it out. Let's see, that's 6, 3, 126. I think we got it. So that means x is equal to 9 right there. They asked me to solve for x, and that's exactly what I just did. Let's scroll down and let's see another example. Different relationship now. We're looking at these 2 angles here. We're looking at this angle right inside there and this angle. Oops, I kind of crossed off that 9 there. You'll notice that these are now interior angles, and these are interior angles that are opposite each other. So we say that those are alternate interior angles. And we know that if you look at your notes, alternate interior angles are congruent. They are the same. Therefore, the same exact thing is true. We're going to take 8x and we're going to add 4. And I know that that is the same as 9x minus 3. You'll find that a lot of these relationships are the same. And so you're going to be writing the same exact equation here. A lot of them are going to be equal to each other. There's one that is not going to be equal, and I'll show you an example of that one. Let's go ahead and draw the fence though, and start to solve. I'm going to move all the x's. I'm going to choose to move this. It doesn't matter. Over here, a lot of people would have chose to bring the 9 over here. If you do that, you end up with negative 1x on this left-hand side over here. But a lot of people like the x on the left-hand side. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to bring the 4 down. This is going to give me a positive 1x, or you could just write x minus 3. And now the last step is to get the x all alone. So I'm going to add 3, do the opposite there, add 3. If you're good at solving equations, these become very, very simple. And I've got an answer of x is equal to 7. Now, moving on. I've got 3 more problems for you. This one right here, we're talking about these 2 angles right here. So your job is to find the relationship between those 2 angles. And those 2 angles are what we call vertical angles. It's 2 lines that intersect, okay? And it's the opposite angles that are formed when two lines intersect. And now that gives me my equation because vertical angles are congruent. So this is another one that's written the exact same way. We've got 13x minus 7. That angle is the same as going to be as this angle, 110. Let's go ahead and solve. Draw the fence and start getting rid of numbers. I'm going to get rid of the negative 7 first, and I'm going to add 7 to both sides. And that is going to give me 13x, is equal to 117. And now your job is to figure out how many times 13 goes into 117. I think if you divide both sides by 13, you should find your answer. Divide this by 13. And last time I checked, 117 divided by 13, you might have to do this over here. If that's okay, if that's what you have to do, totally okay. 117 divided by 13. But regardless of how you do it, you are going to get an answer of x is equal to 9. Scroll down. I'm doing these fast, okay? But they're all kind of done this exact same way. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this one. We're going to move this one out of the way for right now. And we're going to do this one. Now, this is the one exception, okay, that's going to be for all of these problems, okay? We're talking about this angle right here and this angle right here. Now, these are what we call same side interior angles. Same side because they're both on the same side of my transversal, and interior because they're both on the inside of my parallel lines. And these are not the same. So we don't put these ones as equal. What we say about these ones is they are supplementary, which means these two add up to be 180. So I have to go x plus 77. I add, there's my first angle, I add x plus 117, and that's equal to 180 right there. And now we have to go ahead and solve. So this is a little bit different problem to solve because I've got a bunch of stuff on the left-hand side of the equation that I got to combine. So I'm going to take my x, and I'm going to put those together, and that's going to give me 2x. And I'm going to take my 77 and my 117 and put those together. If you have to do that over here, do that over here. We're just going to add them up. Okay, that's going to be 14, 1, that's 9. Looks like it's going to be 194. So that's plus 194. And that is going to equal 180. So now all you have to do is solve. We're going to go ahead and take the 194, get rid of it. Careful over here because we've got 2x, and that is going to equal 180 minus 194. That's going to give me a negative 14. Okay, and last but not least, divide both sides by 2, and you're going to get your answer. Don't forget there's a negative there, so my answer is going to be negative 7 because 14 divided by 2 is 7, and it's a negative divided by a positive. Answer there is negative 7. I've got one more problem, one more relationship that we are going to do, and that is this one right here. We've got that angle and this angle. You'll see that these two, this is probably the hardest relationship to connect. These are going to be equivalent, and these are what they call corresponding angles, because in this set of 4 angles right there, and in this set of 4 angles right there, these two are in the same spot, okay, in that upper left-hand corner. And that means that these two are going to be congruent. So I've got my equation of 12x plus 2, and that's going to equal 11x plus 6. And we're going to go ahead and now solve. There's my fence splitting up my sides, and I'm going to minus 11x from both sides. And I get 1x, or you could just write x, plus 2 is equal to 6. We're going to go ahead and subtract 2 from both sides. And what I'm left with is 1x, or just x, is equal to 4. There's my solution. That's 5 different problems. All of these are going to be on your homework. Hopefully that helps. Hit me up with a question if you have any. Otherwise, happy solving. We'll see you later. All right, here we go. How are you guys? Sad I'm not there. I know I'm gone. Not having any fun at all. But yeah, just doing my thing. I'm sure so are you. I'm going to stop rambling now so we can get to the business of our stuff for today. So we are doing angle theorems for triangles. This is really, really, really super fun stuff. So even those girls in the back, yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You four, yep, that's right. Even you guys are going to like this one. Here we go. I'm really excited about this. So the first thing we need to know is this right here. Let me not highlight that with black. And it's called the triangle sum theorem. You already know this. The sum of the angles of a triangle is 180. So if I take this measurement of this angle right here, and I take the measurement of this angle right here, and I take the measurement of this angle right here, and I add them up, my answer will always be 180 degrees. Let's check out this type of problem. Here we go. So I'm going to do one for you, even though you probably don't need me to, and then I'm going to let you do one. I'm going to have you pause it, you'll do it, and then you'll check your answer with me here in just a minute. So let's go with this number 4. This is straight out of your book. So number 4, triangle JKL. We've got measurements of 71 and 56, and I need to find out the measurement of angle K. By the way, that is how you write the measurement of angle K. It's M, and then the angle sign, and then whatever one you're talking about. So here's what I know. I'm going to go ahead and add up these the two that I have right now. So we've got 71, and I'm going to add that to 56 and see what my total is for those two combined, and it looks like that's going to be 127. So those two combined is 127. If I add my third angle right there, I know it's going to equal 180. So all we have to do is take 180, and let's go ahead and subtract 127, and that will tell me my missing angle. You probably shouldn't have to do this, okay? You should be able to tell right away that your answer here is going to be 53 degrees. If you want to check that, if you're not sure, then go ahead and check it, add them all up, and see if you get 180. Let's go ahead and take this one right there. Go ahead and, by the way, they are going to get harder, so don't start rolling your eyes at me quite yet. Okay, let's do that a little bit later in the video. Pause the video right now, and I'm going to do this problem while you do this problem, and we'll check our answer here in just a minute. So pause it right now. Great. Welcome back. Hopefully you guys didn't take too long with that. Here's what I'm going to do. Add up 61, add up 29, and when you do that, does that really equal 90? Looks like that equals 90, doesn't it? So if that equals 90, then that means that one also has to be 90, because these two plus this one here, okay, is going to equal 180 degrees, and it looks like this is a 90 degree angle. So let's move on, because that is not nearly, okay, the types of problems that you're going to have to do. Yeah, sure, you're going to have to do those ones, but we got better ones. We got more difficult ones. I know you guys are saying, please, Weidmann, challenge me. Yes, I know. Okay, write this down in your notes. We've got exterior angles, remote interior angles. I need these 3 terms should be in your notes so you can access them as quickly as possible. So here we go. An interior angle of a triangle is formed by 2 sides of the triangle, okay? So an interior angle, we've got 2, 1, and 3. These are all your interior angles. That's the angles that are inside. It's the ones that we just added up. We know you add up the interior angles and it equals 180. My interior ones are the ones on the inside, hence the word interior. We've got exterior angles. Now, the exterior angle is if you take one side of a triangle and you extend it all the way past the triangle, past that vertex right there, and you extend it, you just formed another angle. It's this angle right here. That is what we call an exterior angle. Okay, so here it's formed by one side of the triangle and the extension of an adjacent side. So it's basically take one side of the triangle, extend it all the way, and you formed another one. We could form an exterior angle up here too. I could continue this line. Well, wow, wow, whoa, don't do that, Weidmann, come on. I could extend this line. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, and I just formed another angle right there. Okay, so we can do this on all three of the angles if you want. Angle 4, that's the exterior angle. Now, the other ones that we have, we've got, let me go ahead and clear this off so we can do something else. All right, we've got remote interior angles. A remote interior angle, okay, is, just as it says, an interior angle, okay, but remote is basically referring to the ones that are not connected to. So it's not adjacent to or next to, okay, the exterior angle. So we look for our exterior angle right there, and then we see that the other two interior angles that are not connected, right there, 3 is connected with angle 4. It's adjacent to it. It's next to it. So angle 1 and angle 2, these guys right there, are my remote interior angles if I'm talking about angle 4. Now, this is what you need to know. This is like the meat and potatoes. This is like the granddaddy of everything that I'm talking about. Yes, I said that. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay. The measurement of angle 4, or the measurement of my exterior angle, is equal to the sum of my two remote interior angles. Okay, so I take angle 1, I take angle 2, I add them, and it equals angle 4, or my exterior angle. So the way we'd write this is the measurement of angle 1 plus the measurement of angle 2. And there you have it. This is a really, really, really important thing because I'm going to give you problems that deal with this. Are you ready? Pause it if you need to. Write that down. You're going to need this. Okay. You could also write this in words. The two remote interior angles is equal. The sum of the two remote interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. That's how you would say that. Here we go. It's actually not as hard as it looks. Okay. Here's what we got. Okay. They want us to find right here the measurement of angle A, which is this guy right here, and they want us to find the measurement of angle B. Notice they didn't say find Y. I have to find Y in order to figure out what these are, but I do not, that's not my answer. I have to plug this back in and find out what these two angles are. So here we go. You ready? We're going to use that theorem that we just talked about, which says my exterior angle. In this problem, my exterior angle is this guy right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 52, because that's my exterior angle, and we're going to go 52 is equal to the sum of my two remote interior angles. So my interior angles right here and here, and it's the remote because it's not the one that's connected. This is the one right here that's connected. I don't want that one. I don't care about it. Okay, just toss it away. I want to take the sum of this guy right here and the sum of this one right here, and that should equal 52. Should. So let's go ahead and try that. We'll take the first one, angle A, which is 4y minus 4, and we're going to add 3y, and then all we have to do is solve this equation. So we go, draw the fence, start doing this. Oh, that looks like algebra. Algebra, it's good to see you, my old friend. Here we go. We're going to combine my like terms. Right there, that's going to give me 7y minus 4 equals 52.
go ahead and add 4 to both sides. Start doing, that says subtract, I'm going to add that. Now it looks like T4. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. This looks like it's going to be 56 is equal to 7y. And we've got to do one more step, and that is divide both sides by 7. Cross those off, and I get y is equal to 8. Very easy at this point to think that this is your answer, especially because I just boxed it in. Why the heck did you do that, Weidmann? I don't know. But we're not done, because we've got to take this answer right here and we've got to plug it in. So, the measurement of angle A, is equal to, I've got to take this and I've got to plug 8 in for y. So 4 times 8, 32. 32 minus 4, looks like that's going to be 28 degrees. And I'm going to take 8 and I'm going to plug it in here. This is 3 times y, so the measurement of angle B is equal to 24 degrees. Now, if I'm checking this, follows my pattern here, angle A plus angle B, okay, my 2 remote interior angles, should add up to be 52, and if I look there, you betcha it does. It's amazing. I'm going to give you a problem right here. Let's go ahead and do your best. Try and solve this, okay? Pause the video right now. I'm going to come back and I'm going to solve them both for you, see if you guys got it right. So go ahead and pause that right now. Welcome back. Hopefully you solved this. Let's go ahead and check this and see what we've got. I've got my exterior angle right. Let's see. My exterior angle is right here. And I know that that is equal to the sum of my 2 remote interior angles, which looks like those 2 right there. So I'm going to write out my equation. I've got 146 is equal to 5y plus 3 plus, there's my sum, my other remote interior angle, which is 4y plus 8. Draw the fence. A lot of you are good at that. Okay, and let's go ahead and combine. So I'm going to change colors here. I'm going to combine 5y and 4y, put those together. That looks like that's going to give me my 9y. I'm going to add to that. I've got 3 and 8, which looks like that's going to be 11, and it equals 146. So start solving for y. Subtract 11 from both sides, and 11's go away. I'm left with 9y is equal to, that looks like 135, and my very last step is to divide both sides by 9. So we're going to go here, we're going to divide that by 9, divide this by 9, and it looks like y is equal to, hold on, let me do that in my head, is that 15? That looks like 15 to me. Y equals 15. Great. I boxed it in again. Not sure why I'm doing that. I'm so used to doing that. Y equals 15 is not my answer. What I have to do is I have to plug this back in here. So the measurement of angle M, which is this guy right here, and this guy right here, I've got to plug 15 back in. So 5 times 15, 5 times 15, that looks like that's going to be 75 plus 3. This one looks like it's going to be 78 degrees. And 15 times 4 is 60 plus 8 is 68. Now if I wanted to check that, I could. Looks like the sum of these two, 78 and 68, looks like it's going to be 146, which, oddly enough, is my exterior angle. We are done. That's what you guys are working on today. I need to go back to my conference, and I will see you guys later. Hey, have a great weekend. Have a great spring break. You guys are awesome, phenomenal, and your why teaching is so much fun. I'm not sure why I just circled that. I'm just busy, just fidgeting right now. I'm going to sign off. I'm a little bit rambly tonight, okay? And my computer's starting to die. So I will see you later. Weidmann is out.